I'm not ashamed to own my Lord, nor to defend his cause. Maintain the honors of his word, the glory of his cross.
Hello, I'm James Brown, and on behalf of the Eastern Church of Christ located in Toronto, Canada, I'd like to welcome you to Thursday's edition of Walking Through the Bible, a podcast where we seek to study the Bible and the Bible alone. Please stick around afterwards for information on how you can contact us. But for now, if you have your Bible with you, please turn to the book of Genesis, and we'll turn the time over to Jeremy Disacamp for our study of the day.
Thank you, James, and welcome to all of our viewers. This is the 105th lesson in our study of Genesis. Yesterday, we covered Genesis chapter 30, verses 14 to 24, discussing the births of Issachar, Zebulun, Dinah, and Joseph. If you missed that episode and would like to watch it, you can find it and all of our other podcasts on our website at www.eastendchurch.org. You can also find them on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/eastendchurchofchrist under the Walking Through the Bible Genesis playlist. Today we're going to begin with Genesis 30 verse 25 and read through verse 36. The text that you'll see on the screen is from the English Standard Version, but you're welcome to follow along with any version that you have. So let's now read Genesis 30, beginning at verse 25. As soon as Rachel had borne Joseph, Jacob said to Laban, "Send me away, that I may go to my own home and country. Give me my wives and my children for whom I have served you, that I may go, for you know the service that I have given you." But Laban said to him, "If I have found favor in your sight, I have learned by divination that the Lord has blessed me because of you. Name your wages, and I will give it." Jacob said to him, "You yourself know how I have served you, and how your livestock has fared with me. For you had little before I came, and it has increased abundantly, and the Lord has blessed you wherever I turned. But now, when shall I provide for my own household also?" He said, "What shall I give you?" Jacob said, "You shall not give me anything. If you will do this for me, I will again pasture your flock and keep it. Let me pass through all your flock today, removing from it every speckled and spotted sheep, and every black lamb, and the spotted and speckled among the goats, and they shall be my wages. So my honesty will answer for me later, when you come to look into my wages with you. Every one that is not speckled and spotted among the goats, and the black among the lambs, if found with me, shall be counted stolen." Laban said, "Good, let it be as you have said." But that day Laban removed the male goats who were striped and spotted, and all the female goats that were speckled and spotted, every one that had white on it, and every lamb that was black, and put them in charge of his sons. And he set a distance of 3 days' journey between himself and Jacob pastured the rest of Laban's flock. At this point, Jacob has now been serving Laban for about 14 years. He was doing so because Laban tricked Jacob into marrying Leah instead of Rachel after his first 7 years of service, so a second set of 7 years of service was demanded by Laban, so Jacob could marry Rachel as well. During this second 7 years of service, Jacob had 11 sons. 6 of these sons were born to Leah, 1 was born to Rachel, while 2 sons each were born to Bilhah and Zilpah, Jacob's concubines. Under current standards, having 11 children in 7 years might seem impossible. But let's remember that people at that time didn't wait as long between births. Add that to the fact that the Genesis accounts allows for some overlap when it comes to the birth of Leah's 4th son and the birth of the first son from Bilhah. The same is true for Bilhah's 2nd son and Zilpah's 1st son, Zilpah's 2nd son and Leah's 5th son, and Leah's 6th son and Rachel's 1st son. If you do the math, allowing for 11 months between children from the same women and 7 months of overlap of the pregnancies of 2 different women, you get 83 or 84 months, 7 years. It's only when we apply today's norms of waiting 1 to 3 years between children that we run into problems. After the birth of Joseph, Jacob's 14 years of service was up, and so he wanted to return to Canaan. Laban, however, didn't want Jacob to leave. He wasn't a stupid man, for he recognized that God had blessed him while Jacob was with him. He didn't want to lose that blessing, so Laban asked Jacob to name his wages he wished for continuing to work. Jacob reminded Laban how blessed he was, but Jacob was now about 85 years old and had 11 sons and was therefore concerned with providing for his own family. Jacob had no flocks, no lands, and no real possessions that he was able to do this with, so this was a growing concern for Jacob. Jacob, though, didn't want Laban to pay him with the best of the flock, for he might have thought that Laban would trick him again. So Jacob sets as his wages all of the speckled, spotted, and black lambs from the sheep, and every spotted and speckled goat that Laban's herds would produce in the future while Jacob cares for them. Laban agrees and goes and removes all the speckled and spotted animals from his herd, gave it to his sons, and sent them 3 days away so there would be no chance that the two flocks would breed together. We'll continue with this story, the Lord willing, tomorrow. With that, our time is up for today. Please join us, the Lord willing, tomorrow when we will continue our study of Genesis, beginning with Genesis 30:37.
Thank you, Jeremy. And to our viewers, we also thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Should you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment below or email us at answerintheword@gmail.com. We'll try to respond to you as quickly as we can. We hope you'll join us, the Lord willing, tomorrow when we'll be continuing our study of the book of Genesis. Goodbye for now and have a great day.
I'm not ashamed to own my Lord.